Okay, so today we're going to talk about traditional algorithms with long division, and we're not going to have remainders today. So traditional long division without remainders. And if you remember the algorithm, the word algorithm just means the steps that you follow to solve a problem. So for this one, the steps that we're going to follow is my little guy over here, DMS down dude, really helps. So his eyes are division. So our first step is division. His nose is multiplication. So that's our second step. His mouth is subtraction. And then our last step is to bring down. That's why he has an arrow down there where his neck would be. And this is our first problem. So if we have 755 and we're trying to divide it by 5, we have this guy DMS down. So our first problem looks like this. So we're going to have 3 as our divisor. So the outside number is our divisor, and our dividend is this number under here, the 369. And our quotient is going to be our answer. So the way that we need to do this is we're going to start off with dividing. So we're going to divide and think, okay, how many times does 3 go into 3? So it goes in 1 time. So I'm going to put my 1 up here. So that's my divide step. Then I'm going to multiply. So you're going to say, what is 1 times 3? So 1 times 3 is 3. My next step is to subtract. 3 minus 3 is 0. And then you're going to want to compare a little bit here, because this 0, you have to make sure that this 0 down here, what you've subtracted, is less than your divisor. So is 0 less than 3? Okay, then we're ready for our next step, which is to bring down. So we're going to bring down this 6. Okay, so that's our first round of DMS down, and then we're going to start our process over. So we're going to divide. So our first step is, can 3 go into 6? Yes, 3 can go into 6. 3 goes into 6 2 times, so that's our divide step. Then we're going to multiply. 2 times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. Then we subtract, get 0, and then we're going to bring down this 9. Then we're going to do it all over again. So we're going to divide. So can 3 go into 9? Yep, it goes in 3 times. 3 times 3, which is our multiplication step, would be 9. Subtract, and I get 0. So our answer, which is kind of unlike other operations, our answer is up here on the top. So our answer to this question is 123. And this is our first problem. So if we have 755 and we're trying to divide it by 5, we have this guy DMS down. Okay, so our next problem is a 4-digit one. So our problem is 8,964 divided by 2. So our first question is, can 8 go into 2? Yes, it can. It goes in 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract and we get 0. Bring down our 9. Can 2 go into 9? Yep, it can. So 2 goes into 9 2 goes into 9 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract and I get 1. Bring down my 6. Can 2 go into 16? Yes, it goes in 8 times. 2 times 8 is 16. Subtract and we get 0. Bring down our 4. Can 2 go into 4? Yep, it goes in 2 times. 2 times 4 is 4. Subtract and we get 0. So our answer is 4,482. And this is our first problem. So if we have 755 and we're trying to divide it by 5, we have this guy DMS down. Let's try this one first. So we're going to do 755 as our dividend, and we're going to divide it by 5. So our first question is, can 5 go into 7? Yep, it can go in 1 time. 1 times 5 would be 5. Then we subtract, and we get 2. 2 is less than 5, so we know we've gone in enough times. We're going to bring down our 5. Can 5 go into 25? Because remember, we're looking at this entire number here. So 5 going into 25. So yes, it goes in 5 times. Multiply, 5 times 5 would be 25. Subtract, and I get 0. Next, I'm going to bring down my 5. Can 5 go into 5? Yep, 1 time. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract, and I get 0. So my answer is 151.